What's up? My name is Jared, and this is the Dining Hall Detour, a cooking series where I, a college student, show y'all recipes that I make on my college budget as an alternative to the dining hall. Everything is made using only a hot plate and a toaster oven, and like most things, cooking isn't perfect or easy. So come along as I somehow manage to make all these dishes in one take. Alright, so for this week's episode of the Dining Hall Detour, we're going to make shrimp tacos. It's a really easy thing you can make in your dorm room. All you need is a hot plate, some shrimp, maybe a little bit of extra garnish, and should be done in about 15-20 minutes. So the first thing you would want to do is take your frozen and deveined shrimp and just peel them off. For about a taco, 5 should be plenty. When you're making any kind of food, especially in a small space, you always want to have something for your scraps, just so everything's not getting all over the place and you can keep your station clean. Most of the time, these shrimp will come frozen. So the best thing to do is either put them in some running water or just pop them in the fridge before you go to class. And by the time you get back, 6-7 hours later, they should be defrosted and ready to cook. So after you've deshelled them, you're going to want to turn your pan on to about medium heat. And in the meantime, season your shrimp. So salt, not too much, because we'll also put Sazon on, which has salt as well. Pepper. Sazon. A teaspoon for all of these. A little bit of chili powder. You can add more if you'd like it spicier. And that's it. Take a spoon, stir, make sure they're evenly coated. And they should look something like that. As this is heating, you want to start prepping your other ingredients. A little bit of onion. Keep your knife as sharp as possible. The more dull the knife is, the more likely you are to cut yourself. I know it seems counterintuitive, but you're going to use more force to use a dull knife, and that's going to cause it to slip, and you'll end up cutting yourself. With this onion, take off the outer ring, it's a little leathery, and then divide into quarters, fold it on top of itself, then just run your knife across, and you get a nice even dice. Put that to the side. Take your tomato, always cut across the equator of the tomato. Take off that top piece, that's not necessarily the best. And then one nice slice. And again, in half, then quarters. And then cut vertically. And then again, horizontally. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. Don't cut yourself. Next, you're going to want to dice your cilantro. Just roll into a little bundle and then slice across, and then it'll give you a nice chop on your cilantro. Test heat of the pan by just holding your hand over it. If you feel warmth, it's probably good enough to go. About a teaspoon, maybe 2, of olive oil. Then place your shrimp in the pan. You should hear a sizzle. I'll let you know if the pan is hot enough. So those are cooking. Go wash your hands. Make sure you're not getting shrimp stuff everywhere. That's what it should look like in the pan. Nice sizzle, good even color, and moderate heat. As those cook, prep your tortilla. Simple enough. Just fold it over. Let it get warm. Now that they are ready to flip, make sure none of them are touching. Adjust the heat as you see fit. Should be about 2 to 3 minutes aside. Place your tortilla back over it and let that continue to steam. In the meantime, take your lime. I already have 1 1/2, but cut it into 1/4, just so you can add a little bit of lime on top. I guess that's an 1/8, not a 1/4, but. You want the tortilla to be pliable, not stiff at all. So you might need to go a little longer. Continually adjust the heat, make sure you're not overcooking, but at the same time everything comes together when it should. Tortilla feels about ready. And the shrimp looks good too. It should be pink on both sides, slightly firm to the touch. If they become super bouncy, likelihood is you overcook them. So as you start to cook more and more, get comfortable with certain ingredients, you'll get a better gauge of temperature and doneness. Like this one needs another 10 seconds or so. So let it sit. Good. Turn off your heat. Don't start a fire. Add some onion. More, some tomato, and then cilantro. Just enough to cover. Obviously you can add anything else you might have lying around in the fridge. Sour cream is really good. Any salsas, guacs, cabbage even, coleslaw. Squeeze of lime, and I like mine with some hot sauce. And that's it. 10 minutes or so, super easy, super quick. And that's what we get. Thank y'all for watching. Please leave any recipes you might want to make in the comments, captions, whatever it may be. I'm really open to cooking anything, so whatever floats your boat. love to be engaged with anyone who's actually interested and go from there.